Hi, I'm Pastor Goodman, and this is the Largely Catechized Life. So, if God is actually present in the divine service, giving us holiness, does that look like something? In other words, Pastor, it sounds weird when you chant. And why you gotta wear those funny clothes? They don't wear those funny clothes at the church down the street. You can say that it's a chasuble, but it looks like a poncho to me. And they don't act so weird up there like you do. I mean, do you really think that Jesus isn't going to show up if you don't dress and act like that? In other words, does God ever say that church has to look like this? You see, the third commandment isn't just go to church. Luther writes that the third commandment is also concerned with that other crowd who listen to God's word as to any other trifle, and only from custom come to preaching, and go away again, and at the end of the year know as little of it as at the beginning. So here's the thing. God's word is not like any other word. God's word is special. And so we don't listen to it the same way that we would listen to any other word. The style then, it does kind of matter. It does sound weird. It's supposed to. Because something really weird is happening. God has actually showed up to give you something, and that is a truly unique thing. And so we act a little bit different. Like your pastor, he doesn't order a pizza by calling up Domino's and chanting, "Hey, how's it going? Let me get an extra large pepperoni pizza with extra cheese." That's weird. But in church, it's still weird, but it's because something weird is happening. God is here. God is pouring out holiness for you. This is why he's called you to remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. The vestments, they don't make the church holy. The chanting, it doesn't make the sacrament work. God's word alone does that thing. But we try to point this out to you, that something actually unique, actually efficacious is happening. So yeah, sometimes we stand and bow and maybe even kneel. We wear different clothes, and sometimes we sing instead of just talk. Do we have to? Is it commanded by God that we do these things? No, of course not. But is it helpful? Yeah. You see, I learned about the real presence in the Lord's Supper from the necks of about a dozen college kids in a campus ministry a few years ago. I didn't yet know about the words of institution. I didn't yet know much at all, but I saw about a dozen college kids wake up early on a Sunday morning, come into a building, and bow their heads before bread and wine. And I didn't know what it was just yet, but I knew it was something special, just by the way they acted. We act like this is a special place, and in doing so, we learn. We grow in the faith. We even are then spurred to learn even more about why it is we do what we do, and this furthers all of these things. God's word is holy in and of itself, but these little things, these styles that we bring to church, they actually help point us to this fact that, yeah, holiness looks like something.